Hi, everyone. Welcome to the digital experience team iteration planning video. Today is Monday, August 30th, and we'll be going over what we plan on committing to for the next 2-week period. First up is Barker.
All right, I'm back at my desk. It's cool. Iguana's back. Stoked. I'm going to, a majority of my sprint is going to be working on the customer reference pages. So building a template, launching one, connecting it with Netlify, and then I'll start on the other ones. And then I have 3 points reserved for onboarding to the core marketing site repository. And stretch goal, I'd like to submit a merge request, get that merged, so can just onboard the full process there. And then a couple smaller issues that popped up last week. Our font sizes are really small, caused by Bootstrap on some of the pages. So patch that up. On our 404 landing page, the links are broken for mobile viewports. You can just make a quick fix to that. And then I have some open source solution pages that I am migrating over to the new template. And I have 3 MRs open for that. And I'm just going to shepherd those through. And then a point for the 360 reviews. I'll pass it over to Tyler.
Hello, I have a lot of PTO that's like spread weirdly through this iteration, so I'm not going to pick up a ton because I don't want to leave folks hanging. Nathan is going to finish up, I think, the enterprise page in the new core marketing site, so I'm mostly going to reserve my time to like do review on that, get us close to deployment on it, although we might want to hold. We'll talk with Barker about like what makes sense, because like I don't want to deploy a whole new thing and have stuff break and then like be out while Barker's also like busy with other stuff. So like, so let's you and I connect on that today. And like, I don't want to like put, I don't want to put a fire on your plate that we could totally hold off for like another week. So like, let's just chat about it and we'll get a lay of the land on it. Yeah, so I'm going to do some, review on that for sure, and we also probably have a few things where we need to connect with like Hanif about SEO on it. Like I don't know if like just having the page good is going to be the like condition at which we're ready to deploy. We'll need to like make sure it's appropriately integrated with all our other stuff. So other things I'm going to have on deck is just being open for the next. I'm here today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I have a pretty clear calendar, and I had made the offer in our last retro, still standing of like, let's talk if you have questions about new core marketing site, and like find time on my calendar or do it async. And so I just got like a ton of time blocked off for that. And if I don't hear anything, then I will just start working on the next page on it. And there's like a weird, there's a couple weird things with the deployments that I want to sort of like iron out. And yeah, so keeping it loosey-goosey this time around. And up next is Javi.
Hello, friends. This iteration, I'm committing myself to a Google Analytics instrumentation issue that I've been working on. Tyler, I did want to ping you for like outstanding questions I have regarding that, because I'm not super familiar with Marketo. I have 2 points related for filling out the OKR issue for like just Google instrumentation, Google Analytics instrumentation in general, because I think that there could be more definition along efforts along that. I have 4 points set to continue my onboarding. I have 4 points set to building an MVC1 for the alert box on Docs. And we will also need to make a separate MR in a different repository to make that content change. And I have like, if time permits, I've been like kind of mentally noting things like that in previous iterations, but I thought I'd call it out specifically. 2 points for icon stories. Right now it's work in progress, and I just set a local reminder to like push my local commits and then rebase against our main branch right now. And then I have 2 points for fixing card plate inconsistencies. Up next is Tina.
Thanks, Javi. I've reserved 6 points to continue work on one of the OKRs, the data-driven content block on the homepage. I split that up into 2 separate issues. I'm going to start working on the design for it because it's already kind of worked out in my head, and I don't think we need to work out the data layer to figure that out. And we're going to start defining the 3 audience segments that we want to focus on for MVC1. I also reserved 4 points for this sprint to work on the 10-year anniversary campaign. I'm not sure what my involvement will be exactly, but I've committed to 2 points a week. So that's kind of, I may or may not be using that time on that. 1 point for an issue that Michael tagged me in about an image request for GitLab versus GitHub. I might ping you, Tyler, before when you have some availability to chat a bit about that. 1 point for 360 reviews. That's it for me. I'm going to read off for Stephen because he is not on the call. He's reserved a smaller amount of points because he's got some PTO. 6 points for his increased traffic from Docs OKR. He split that up into 3 pieces: ID top 10 pages to drive traffic, mock up the text box call out on the pages, and support on EMR to make any changes. He's also reserved a point for design system documentation. And that's it for Stephen. Nathan's next, but somebody else is reading for him. I forget who.
That's me. So Nathan's got a few things under the pricing page OKR, a couple points, 4 points for, excuse me, 1 point for feature tier inconsistency on the pricing page, 3 points for updating the logic, which I think probably fixes that same thing. The personalized content looks like he's got 2 points reserved for some demand-based research around that. He's finishing the enterprise page, which I mentioned before, for core marketing site. And then looks like he's picking up a bug on some link mismatch in the feature comparison page. So Jess, you're up next.
So I've got a point reserved for this survey that's running on the homepage. Just need to, like, at some point we're gonna have to take it down and then review the data. Another point reserved for data analytics for the enterprise buyer journey. Niall got us some really great information. I just need to go through it and see what's what. Couple points for internal stakeholder interviews. I know we have at least 1 more this week. Then we actually have to, like, review our notes and do something with them. That's the next step. Point for 360 reviews. A couple points for adding storage and CI minute pricing to the pricing page. And another pricing page update is our FAQ section, just making it a little bit easier to read and search through. And Laura's next.
Yeah, I have some carryover from the homepage brag wall section, so I allotted a point for that. And then also on the homepage, I have a small update to add the logos above the fold, an issue that that was completed design-wise last iteration. And then I also added a point to continue the internal stakeholder interviews that we're doing for the buyer journey. And I have 4 points set aside for OneTrust implementation. That work is ongoing. And then I put 4 points for Cypress component refinement. I'm doing a write-up for it, and Tyler had the suggestion to go MR first and start actually building out what this might look like. And then I have left my 360 reviews to the last minute, so I put 2 points in for that. So I'll do that this week. And that's it for me, and I think that's it for all of us. So thank you for joining, and we will see you next time.